Welcome everyone. My name is Isam, and I am a sales manager and a representative of Atmo. We are a pioneer in indoor and outdoor air quality monitoring. We've been in business since 2016, starting with personal portable monitors, and now have switched and added additional products to our portfolio, focused on indoor air quality monitoring, green buildings, healthy buildings, and closed spaces. So before I dive deeper into what we offer, I would like to point out a few important things about indoor air quality and how that has changed through the years. So we are all been through COVID, and we all know that we have started spending a lot of time indoors. After being limited to go out, a complete society changed, and we've seen a lot of changes in terms of how business is being done, how schools are working, and so on and so on. We kind of switched to this remote working, hybrid, and so on. And actually, this is a stat by EPA that people spend approximately 90% of their time indoors, and some of the pollution in there is actually 2 to 5 times higher than typical outdoor concentrations. There can be a lot of reasons why this is happening. There might be issue with poor maintenance of heating and ventilation air conditioning systems or HVAC systems, emissions from building materials, flooring, paints, and furnishings when we talk about VOCs, excess moisture, dirty floors, cleaning supplies that are toxic, as well as the office equipment, and of course, a silent killer, as they like to call it, CO2. So when we have enclosed spaces with a high occupancy levels, CO2 builds up, and CO2 has a lot of influence on our behavior, on our focus, and the way we're working during that day. So it's very important to be able to understand these issues, see these issues, and then afterwards have a solution for them. So to come back and tell you a little bit about Atmo, we've been developing revolutionary air quality monitoring solutions for, well, now more than 6 years, but since 2016. This is when we launched Atmocube. It was the world's first portable air quality monitor. At that time, nothing similar existed, and we wanted to give the market an ability to get a device that can be used on a personal level, that can be carried around. The battery will last, and it will help you monitor the air quality on the go. This device was a huge success. We've sold in over 78 countries, tens of thousands of units. And since then, we just decided to keep upgrading. The last version of a portable monitor is Atmocube Pro. I also have it right here. This unit can measure particulate matter 2.5 PM10, VOCs, temperature, humidity, and barometric pressure. The battery can last up to 10 days. It connects with the mobile app, and you're able to get real-time updates of the air quality wherever you are. So I personally use it. As you can see, it's on my desk right here. But as soon as I leave my house, I clip it on my backpack, and the device is able to update me on real-time air quality. But that's a story for another time. As you saw, I have mentioned the issues with indoor air quality, and this is how we developed Atmocube, which is our latest innovation. What is Atmocube? Well, Atmocube is not just a monitor. It's an all-in-one indoor environmental monitoring system with up to 12 sensors inside to measure all environmental parameters, public and commercial buildings. Why have I said it's an all-in-one indoor environmental monitoring system? Well, it's not just a monitor providing you data. It's a unit that's interconnectable with your building management system, building automation system. It's a unit that connects to the internet and the cloud, giving you ability for remote data access and editing of multiple devices at one time and configuring them to your personal solution. This device is also Reset Grade B certified and has recently been added to Works with Well directory, so it's compliant with all well projects. And the third thing is it has open APIs, so we are able to offer you fully customizable solution for whatever your goal might be. And we've had clients use this many different ways. Some of them were using our solutions. Some of them decided to take their own, and we were able to meet them. In terms of environmental data that the unit provides, we have carbon dioxide, of course, particulate matter 1, 2.5, and PM10, TVOCs, formaldehyde, temperature, humidity, atmospheric pressure, ambient light density, background noise levels. And we are also soon releasing an SKU that will have ozone and carbon monoxide, which are also two pollutants that are being accredited in well projects. So let's talk a little bit more on how to interact with this device. So as you can see here, there's a few ways we can interact with the unit. On this area right here, there is LED indicators below the name of each pollutant, and they can shine anywhere from green, yellow, or red, depending on the level of the pollution. The device is Bluetooth enabled, so you simply download the app, you connect to the unit, and you're able to see real-time updates of the air quality. By clicking of any of these pollutants, you're actually getting interactive app. What I mean by that is that every time a user will click on it, they will be able to know a little bit more about this pollutant. What are the safe levels? Why is it safe? Why is it harmful? And so on. The second option is a public display, which you can see right here. This is generated through our cloud dashboard, and this is usually put on public spaces and occupied spaces within both public and commercial buildings. And this is pretty much the same view as on the app. It only allows a wider scale picture. It's usually put somewhere where it's easy to see. You can choose which parameters you want to showcase, and each public display is connected to one Atmocube, and each one will have a barcode, QR code, sorry, that will allow a user to download the app that you have seen on the previous slide. Now, of course, it's very important to discuss about the accuracy of the sensors. Since we started, we decided to use highest grade accuracy sensors that we can find on the market, especially when we talk about CO2, formaldehyde, and particulate matter. For example, particulate matter sensor inside, it's SPS 30 by Sensirion. This sensor has been MCERT certified, so specifically the sensor, not the whole unit. And it's also been field tested and evaluated by AQMD's AQ spec. And it has shown around 90% accuracy for particulate matter 2.5 compared to professional grade particulate matter monitors that costs thousands and thousands of dollars more. So this just stands behind our goal to be able to provide the most accurate units on the market. These are some of the more specifications you can see from the sensor manufacturer. On here, we can see the device dimensions. Unfortunately, these are in centimeters, but as you can see, it's a perfect cube, obviously. And here is the options how we can mount the device. So depending on what kind of use case we have, clients would opt in one of these two options. To be honest, most of the time, the device is placed on the wall. The reason is it's much easier to match the necessary height with the most optimal level. If we look at the well building standard, it can be placed both tabletop or on the wall. It's just important that it's on the right height. But most of the times it's a little bit visually more appealing to put it on the wall. And it's something used more often, but again, it has rubber feet on the bottom, so you can put it on the tabletop. So how do we power the device? So as you can see on the back, we have a USB Type-C port. This is a standard for powering. We also have an Ethernet port. So obviously this provides internet to device, but we have PoE inside of the device. For you not aware, it's power over Ethernet, which enables the device to run fully on just one Ethernet cable. This is actually a feature usually reserved for much more premium technology in general, but we wanted to really have this into our device because we do see this as a premium technology. You can also see the dry contacts here. What are the dry contacts used? Well, through the RS-485 protocol, you can connect this to the power source and power it directly via wires. These wires are also used for Modbus RTU connections. Other protocols we have are MQTT and Modbus TCP, which is obviously just a faster, a more convenient alternative to Modbus RTU working over Ethernet. And we're looking to add BACnet IP, BACnet MSTP, because this is much more often used by clients in United States. And of course, I've already mentioned that the device has Bluetooth, and it has a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection inside. This is just some of the comparison with other HVAC systems. So I get asked quite often, why is a basic HVAC system or air conditioner or heater or purifier not enough? Because first of all, it doesn't have nearly as many measurements as we are able to offer. Second of all, you're not able to get advanced air quality data. What do I mean by advanced air quality data? Well, it's easy to know that at certain part of the day, there was a spike in particulate matter, and even a very bad sensors and inaccurate sensors can show this. However, what these devices cannot show is you're not able to have multiple points of data around, and you're not able to really understand where these problems are coming from. I have had multiple testimonials from clients that said that even if they would buy purifiers, they would buy different air conditioners or different HVAC system filtration units, but they were not able to understand where the pollution is coming from and stop it in the long term. With a system such as Atmocube, when you're able to cover your full indoor space with indoor air quality monitors, you're able to much better analyze where the issues are coming from. And the second main one I would also mention is flexibility for connectivity. So I already mentioned the MQTT and the building management systems, and this is highly important with huge buildings, especially commercial buildings, and also very important when we talk trying to meet LEED standard, well standard, fit well, or whatever it's on your mind, and looking to gain those additional points. A couple more things about the device is that it's modular, both in design and sensors. Depending on the MOQ we have for our client, we're able to change the tiles, change the look of the device, and potentially add certain sensors. So as I said, we had additional SKUs we're going to launch with CO and O3, which is not standard, and we might be looking at other options in the future. The same goes for design. Depending on a custom order, we can sort this device so it fits your space properly. And this is just an overview of the tech specifications. And to end this all, I would just want to go through the cloud dashboard and why this is important. So I was mentioning this multiple times. You now imagine you have put the sensors around in your enclosed space, in your offices, in your cafes, whatever you're looking to measure the air quality, and now you want to get that advanced data. Well, this is how you do it. This is a screenshot from our cloud dashboard, and here you can see the different parameters, all of your different units at different locations. So you can add different locations, different floors, and you can add as many devices as you want. So you can measure the historical data of air quality. So you have the apps for real-time updates. You have a dashboard for historical data. With this historical data, you're able to change the timescale, and also you're able to generate reports. So you can generate the CSV file, and you can generate the report on a certain date. Another thing we have added specifically for well projects, this will be only added for our clients who want to pursue well project. We have added additional features for generating well reports so that you, as a part of green building certification in this case, well, you do not have to write reports by yourself and submit it to IWBI. We have made that integrated into the dashboard. So with just one click, you will have a report on your air quality right out of the bat. We're also able to offer you floor maps and to help you monitor large spaces and at multiple locations. And this will allow you to have a more visually appealing look on your air quality and to know exactly where your sensors are. And with that, I would want to finish this short presentation. We are really keen on learning more about why you would be interested in continuous air quality monitoring, and I'm always open to telling you more about why we have decided to go this path and why this is such important for us. Thank you.
Great job, Isam. Great job. Thank you. Do have a couple of follow-up questions for you if you got a couple of seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you mentioned that you all have outdoor monitors as well. Can you talk a little bit about those and what they're sensing?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I refer to outdoor sensors, I was referring to the Atmocube Pro because this is a unit that can be used both indoors and outdoors. It's a thing you clip on your backpack, you forget about it, and you can go anywhere with it. If we go back to the sensing technology, so it has particulate matter 1, 2.5, 10. It has TVOCs, temperature, humidity, and barometric pressure. Compared to the Atmocube, this is a battery-powered unit. You charge it on USB-C the same way you charge your phone, and you carry it around as much as you like, up to 10 days of full battery life.
Got it. And folks, I've got mine too. So
yeah, thanks.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's great. That's great. I hope you've been enjoying it.
Oh, I absolutely have. Absolutely have. Thank you. You know, and one of the things that we were very intentional about was just focusing on organizations that had reset accredited monitors. We thought that was very important. But you know, I think I've told you this story in past conversations. I come to the space from discovering and since mitigating radon gas poisoning in our home.
Yeah.
And I noticed that in the Cube, there's options for ozone and carbon monoxide. Do you offer any options, future options for measuring radon?
Actually, initially we were not thinking about this, but we have realized it became a very big demand for radon. It's growing slowly. From looking at it from a business perspective, we have not seen a demand big enough yet coming directly to us to generate a full new production of radon sensors. But it's on our roadmap, and we're actively looking into it. And depending on how much interest we have, we're definitely very open to adding such sensing technology to our sensors because it's growing very rapidly.
Awesome. So you guys have been around for about, I guess, 10 years or so. What would you say is maybe,
oh yeah, almost
okay. What would you say is maybe the most glaring kind of barrier to adoption? Like, how come these aren't in every building? Like, what do you think it is?
Yeah. So to be honest with you, when we look at the Atmocube and indoor air quality monitoring, interestingly, first of all, people in the industry are not yet that aware of continuous air quality monitors. They know they exist, but they're not actively looking for them. And the main reason why is, from my perspective, I have mainly talked to lead consultants, well consultants, architectural buildings, indoor, interior designers, and so on. And what I've realized is that the clients of theirs, the people who are looking to certify their buildings, they are not very educated about continuous air quality monitoring, and they're just looking for a quick solution for upgrading their air quality. So they would be more focused on adding ventilation, to adding filters, to adding other solutions to improve air quality, than to have continuous air quality monitoring. The potential problem with this is what I've mentioned before, is first of all, initially you might have a solution, but if you have a problem in your house, it might be easy to find it. But imagine having a 50, 100 square foot building. When you have an issue of increased pollution, you have no idea where it's coming from, and it's ultra hard to find it. With continuous air quality monitoring, it's very easy to understand that there is a problem. Most of the times you will need an advice on how to find that problem and solve it, but it's so much more easier to find it this way. And the second issue I have definitely noticed is that if we look at the buildings that are not looking to get certified, is sometimes we have situations where maybe an owner doesn't even want to know about their air quality because they're aware it's bad and they're aware it will be a huge improvement to solve it. So this is why we're actively working with research organizations, with communities, with NGOs to help raise awareness for air quality, because what this will allow is understanding the air quality both from the owners and the occupants, so they will work together on improving such issue and reducing the pollution wherever we spend it most.
Last question. Talk to me about maybe some case studies. Are you guys deploying in maybe K through 12 schools or college
Yes.
campuses, or which asset class is?
Yeah, that's a good, that's a great question. We're working a lot with universities and research organizations around the world, both in US, Europe, Asia, Mid East. We will probably during this year we will launch a few case studies finished with K2 to K3 13 schools. This is actually ongoing right now. We have monitors deployed in closed spaces and classrooms around a few places in the US. But one that has been finished already that I can share because it's already been done as a very interesting case study in a hospital done in Abu Dhabi. So we have deployed our monitors in a part of the hospital where there were patients who were very sensitive to air pollution, so mostly respiratory diseases. And what we have done is we connected the air quality monitors, the Atmocubes, to air purifiers. So the air purifiers would work based on the readings of the Atmocubes. What we were able to accomplish is significantly decrease the air pollution inside the hospital and significantly increase the well-being of those patients, because the patients they could not know where the pollution is coming from, but they could just suddenly start feeling ill or unwell. With this solution, because of the accuracy of Atmocube, it was able to detect these issues in real time and solve them as soon as possible with the integration with the air purifiers. So this was mega helpful, and it was a great case study.
Awesome. Isam, thank you so much. Give your contact information. Let people know how to get in contact with you. You can, you did purchase these monitors directly from us here in Baltimore at Concierge, or Isam, go ahead and give your contact information as well.
All right. So it's right here. Directly through here, you can schedule a meeting with me. You can send me an email. You can give me a call. You can text me on LinkedIn. Whatever, it's the most convenient solution for you.
Yes, and Isam's been very communicative, very easy to reach, easy to talk with, and
I try to.
Excited to answer questions, so definitely feel free to reach out to him. All right, Isam, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks a lot, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
All right.
Thanks for reminding me.
All right. Thank you.